Everybody? Everybody doing this morning? Let me just make sure I have everything situated. Let me refresh Twitch and also refresh YouTube. Oh, hold on here. I gotta refresh YouTube. It says we have 9 people here, but it keeps going back to the old stream. Let's see. Go live. All right, we got 25 people here. Sorry, I'm a little late this morning. I wanted to get up at 5:30, and I did get up at 5:30. But then for some reason I went back to sleep. And it's probably because I've been seeing all of these videos like on TikTok and YouTube and all of these other places that are like these, I don't know, people that follow women home all the time. And I'm always afraid that that's going to happen. And also I want to make sure the door's locked and all this other stuff and everything we have for security is obviously secure before everybody goes to sleep. So I usually stay awake, and I streamed late last night. So you know I don't want to make excuses, which I am making a lot of excuses. So we're seeing basically $3 billion in volume. That's crazy. We're seeing a lot of movement today, and it didn't fully retrace. We did see a retracement last night, but it didn't fully retrace. Now, the high that we saw this at was basically resisting from 4 or 5. It's crazy. I had time to finish the video you made 9 hours ago. Well, sorry. I made a lot of videos yesterday. So I had 4 regular videos. I had a stream early and then a stream late. And I decided to post the other video that I had, the last video, actual video that I uploaded. I was supposed to upload that at 9. I uploaded that like 30 minutes early because I was ready to stream, at like 9. So I wanted to make sure I had a gap in between posting the video and streaming, and that worked because we did have that gap between it. So that's a good thing. I will take that any day of the week. Any day of the week. Let me bring this over here and I got to make sure I get everything situated. Um, but this is where I was talking about, where people are like, oh, we're not going to see $1 billion in volume. We're not going to see $2 billion in volume, or whatever. But we are literally seeing, $3 billion in volume in the matter of one day. So if we could see something like this is where you start seeing, crazy numbers. Even though, if I bring up my screen, right? Let's make sure I have my screen here, and wait, let me go back. I'm not gonna show you guys yet. I just gotta make sure that this is working. What is going on? No. I don't know what is happening with this damn computer. But yeah, we'll stay right there. All right. Where was I going with this? Okay, my screen. Let me show you guys my screen. I'm everywhere this morning. Sorry, guys. Here we go. All right, so the current price is 0.00041, right? That's where we stand, and we see $3 billion in volume. Our cat over there, $3 billion in volume. Boom. So let me add that to numbers, right? Let's see, number. Make sure I set all this up. Use separated commas. Take that out. All right, so $3 billion in volume just today. It's technically 2.8, but let's go with $3 billion. So we currently take that and we just multiply that by the 1.2%. 1.2%, and we're going to get $36 million. $36 million that goes towards the burn. Now, how many coins does that add up to? Now, what we're going to have to do is basically take this math and say equals this, divided by this, and you'll be good. You have 87.8 billion. So even though we're seeing a higher price than that 0.00015, we're still seeing 87 billion that we can burn off per day. So if we can see that much for 30 days, we're looking at 2.6 billion still. So this is why, people always said, they were like, hey, even though you're seeing the volume increase, it doesn't matter, because if the price increases, then we're not going to be able to burn as much as you say. Well, we're burning more than what I said, even though the price did increase, right? So volume and the price matter the most here. So we need to make sure that volume obviously is not all by volume, but we're seeing nothing but positive things here. I'm happy with what's going on. I would be a little bit happier if we saw the volume without the price increasing, but it's kind of that like buy the rumor, sell the news type of thing, right? Good just came in time. Oh, I read that. That's a while ago. Who loves money? Everybody loves money. 5 billion in volume incoming this week. I would imagine that we're going to see 5 billion, 10 billion, something like that. I've seen videos that say 1.2% burn will take years to burn enough to make an actual price jump. Any thoughts? So yeah, I kind of just addressed that. People state that it will take years because they were basing it off of the 100 million volume. They actually haven't done the simple math, but there's a lot of burn methods when you do have volume that burn off a lot. And they scare some cryptocurrencies because they don't want to burn off as much. But something like Terra Luna Classic, you need to burn off as much in order to get it back to normal. For other things that are really just getting started, like say Lunatics token, right? Lunatics token burns off its own coin. It burns off 1% of its own supply, but it can burn off a hell of a lot of its own supply. Already burning off in a matter of I think it was 2 weeks, they burned off 1% of their supply. So if they saw more volume, they would have been able to burn off more. And they had to put a stop on it a little bit and add to liquidity, because if they're burning off their supply too much or too fast, then it's not something that's good for the token, especially in the beginning stages, in something that's trying to grow at these levels. However, with Terra Luna Classic, it's a different story. Terra Luna Classic, they need to burn off 99.9% of their supply in order to get this to the point that they need to get to, right? It's not about keeping the supply, keeping the liquidity, making sure the liquidity is not overly strong there as things are burning off, because you need to burn off that liquidity as certain amounts burn off. Because let's say you have I don't know, the 20 billion in liquidity for Lunatics token. And it burns down to a total of 30 billion. Well, 20 billion's in liquidity by itself. How about you burn off another 10 billion from that liquidity pool? And you still have 10 billion in the liquidity. So now you're looking at a total of 20 billion. So I think that's how the process goes. I'm not 100% sure, but if you look at Lunatics token, if you don't know what it is, it's here to help out Terra Luna Classic. But you can see here there's 6 billion in liquidity, right? I'm sure that they don't want to get lower than maybe 10 billion, and having that 6 billion in liquidity there, and then having 4 billion left out there. I'm not sure what the lowest point they want to get to is. I'm really not. But this is definitely an interesting position. Let's update this. Yeah, 7,280. How does staking work? How much tokens would I earn per day if I stake 1 million Lunic? Also, love your channel. Keep it up. So I don't know exactly how much you will make. It varies on the place you're staking in. And I would imagine the people that are staking with that validator as well. So I'm not 100% certain as to how much you will receive. But the point is that you will receive Lunic, you will receive UST as you are staking it. And for me, staking 8 million, I haven't actually done the math at all. I just jumped in there and checked out what I was going to be earning staking wise. Let me go to my staking. So in the past day of me holding, this here, and it hasn't been a full day. It's been like maybe 16 hours, 17 hours, something like that. No, no, it's been like 23 hours. Yeah, 23 hours. 'Cause someone asked me somewhere around 8 o'clock, to undelegate, and I undelegated mine, and I received about 8,000 total. So probably about uh, less than 1%. It's like 0.1% or something. I don't know. But over the year, it's probably, like, I would say less than 10%. I'll definitely tell you that. But I received 7,000, and I'm probably going to receive about 8,000 as we get to the next hour or so. And I'm happy about that. Happy about what I am receiving. 7,000 here. I have a total that I've gained. So 50,000 here, 7,000 here, 57,000, and I also have the 25,000 that's in my wallet. So, um, you know, 75 and looking at 82. 82 is what I've gained so far. And I don't know how many days it's been, but let's just guess that it's been 10 days. Sassy, thank you for becoming a member. I appreciate it. Be sure that somebody will wait. Be sure that somebody will try to control the price down, so people will not make money. I mean, I don't know if that's the case. It's very difficult to control the price down, in cryptocurrency unless you have a lot of money, especially with something that has a $2.5 billion market cap that's still ranked 205 on the list. Matt, what would be a good entry point now? I want to buy more. Um, so this is the thing. Like, I think it's definitely has great entry points, but when you see pullbacks, that's probably when you see an entry point. But it's going to be for the long term, not for the short term, because anything could happen in the short term. This can definitely pull back because we're seeing a reaction, from what we have a potential to see. As this is running to a 0.0005 or whatever, right? We have a reaction for people here that want to see the burns that are factoring in, want to see the market cap higher, want to see the prices higher, so people are buying. But you want to see a pullback. I would say a good entry point would probably be when it breaks, 4,000. So seeing it at a level, let's actually go into the candlestick chart. Let's go into the 30-minute chart. 30-minute chart, we probably want to see a pullback here. So we got to 42, we pulled back to 35. We got up to 45, we pulled back to 38. So when it does break 40, we're going to see this ascending level of support as long as it continues to run this way. Ascending level of support probably increasing over this 45 mark, hopefully breaking the 45 mark, not making a double top. So I would wait to see if it does make a double top. If it does make a double top here, or if it breaks that top, increases over 45, then we could see it continue to run. But then you want to wait for a pullback and a higher low pullback. So we're creating these higher highs, higher lows here. And if we do the same, then you want to invest on that higher low. Now the issue um, is that you are investing at a higher point compared to a lot of people. So you have to be wary, and you have to understand that this is going to have probably a less of a gain than some other people that you end up, or some other people that bought in, or other places that you did buy in. So settle on prices, not on just gains. How often do you pull your rewards from staking? Usually every other day. I'm probably going to start to do it every week. Oh my God, did you read Ed Kim's statement on Twitter? Um, if it becomes a Hodl Fest, no, I didn't. Um, I think I follow him. Path to Recovery, is this it? Or is there another statement that was 7 hours ago? Please join the discussion. That was August 23rd. Are you talking about this, the Path to Recovery? What about this? August 26th and 6:35 Eastern, Luna Classic blockchain running V22 created the accepted block number 9910990. At this very moment, governance was restored, and citizens of Classic ecosystem could delegate, stake, and subsequently vote for the future of the chain. While the reason is to celebrate, the recovery is only just beginning. August 26 marks the state of a long and difficult path to recovery and still lies ahead. In this article, I would like to discuss some of the various initiatives that are being paved by different community members and frame them into a single roadmap that illustrates where the community is focused. Lead September, I can't see that. The tax deflationary mechanism is scheduled at the end of September. Evaluate regular. Okay. Repegging UST. So 2022 to 2023, repegging UST to $1, bringing utility back to the stablecoin, and burning LUNC at pace with market swaps. Strong community and attractive. So this is all based on if it does go through, as you see something like that. Vegas was originally the author of Proposal 3568 that described the 1.2% burn on all transactions, and Terra Rebels implemented the tax by reproposing the stability code as accepted in Proposal 4159, distribution of V22. Thus, taxes can be charged and burned for on-chain activities such as send between wallets and smart contracts that interact with the chain. To activate this code, a governance parameters proposal will need to be passed that specifies the exact amount of taxes to be charged and associated tax cap. This proposal is imminent. The burden of the tax and burn would be shouldered by the core users of the project on the chain. In the past, the community has voiced its resounding unity that are willing to play their part, but undoubtedly the tax will take its toll. If the burn remains on chain, our code cannot enforce taxes off chain activity, like trading on CEXs, which is where the majority of the volume for LUNC is taking place. Thus, one of the primary goals for the burning implementation execution is a signaling to the exchanges that the core governance community can and will execute a trade and burn, and desire the same to happen to CEXs. As mentioned by CZ, they don't even burn for on-chain transactions, right? So he mentioned this because somebody said, when is the 1.2% burn? Because he was like, I know CZ, from what I understood, CZ was saying they want to see the on-chain burns that are happening first before they can see off-chain burns that are going to happen. The upcoming parameter proposal will be to burn the on-chain transactions, and would be a commitment and solidarity that that the community needs in order to ask the CEXs to come on board. In fact, some CEXs, such as MEXC, have already started the burn in response to the original post. So to support the burn tax, they're basically doing this for a certain period of time, not basically doing it indefinitely. Give me a second. I'll go through. I'm not going to be able to go through all of the questions. Behind the scenes of the tax and burns require changes to some of the core applications and interact with the blockchain, such as Terra Station Wallet. We have open lines of communication to members of the TFL and are working to help us integrate the changes that have offered and pulled requests. And are awaiting their response. Given the state of the application and the parameter change, proposals will be created on or before September 10th, and if the tax and burn should pass, the target activation on or around September 20th. the path to repeg. If TFL, so I've understand this, right? So I think this is going to include the whole swap. So basically, you swap UST for LUNC. I believe that's what the case is going to be. So path to repeg: when TFL disables the swap between Luna and UST on May 13th, the blockchain defaulted, stopped making payments on the loans, and the 10.3 billion remained in UST circulation became approximately 9.5 billion. Bad debt. Terra Classic's position today is akin to an emerging market country like Argentina in the wake of a debt default. The creditors, USTC holders, must collapse the debt while getting compensation meaningful relative to the current USD value of their holdings, making them a whole as whole as possible under current severe constraints. This is commonly referred to in traditional finance as debt restructuring or debt for equity swaps. For a business perspective, this may go over a lot of people's heads. For a business perspective, it may. I'm not saying that people are not smart, but it may go over a lot of people's heads because most people aren't familiar with debt restructuring. I know I'm familiar with it, working with businesses and all that stuff. Let me make sure. Let me scroll down. So basically, going through all this, we can represent. Let's see if we have the proposal for pass to utility. So that's something that we have to get into in a little bit. So this is a lot. This is definitely a lot to read. I'm not not one of those people that's always looking to read everything. So I'll definitely have to go into this more. Maybe we can revisit it. Unless you want me to keep going. He made a video on the 2.5 ranking by CoinMarketCap. Yes, I did. Thank you for subscribing. I appreciate it. Josh, it shows how many coins you will get at the bottom before you hit the confirm swap. Matt, I heard some of the exchanges has sold out of LUNC. Let's get it. That's what we want to hear. We want to hear that they're doing that. But the problem is that the burn tax is not implemented yet. Are people trying to get in before the burn tax, or is this just a, I don't know, we're foreshadowing what's going to happen for the future? Josh, the slippage is 1.2%, and yes, it will cost you 1.2% of your total. Do you think that people will continue to buy after the burn tax is implemented? That's definitely a question that we have right now. Are we going to see a burn tax, implemented and people still buy? Thank you for subscribing. I appreciate it. You see, we have 900 people here, and we only have 200 likes. So if you could hit the like button or answer this poll that I'm about to put up, did you hit the like button yet? You got to put up this poll because it seems to work by hitting the like button. So definitely hit that like button and answer the poll. Hey Matt, what do you think? What do you think of Coinbase will implement the burn tax and relist it? So I don't know because they don't have LUNC on there. Will they relist it first and then they implement the burn tax? I don't know, but they have to, do all of that. So I really don't know if they will. I would say no, but you never know. Anything could happen. And Matthew, my question is, will the tax be implemented on all exchanges starting September 12th? No, it won't. They're going to take their time to make these moves onto these exchanges. 900 people that are watching and only 200 likes. Yes, definitely hit the like button. Dollar cost average at 1.22% tax and still very likely in my opinion. Just subscribe, quality content. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. 1 cent by the end of the year. We'll probably be close to that. I definitely think if we're going to see the burn tax implement to these levels, we can see, a fraction of a penny and looking at a higher market cap because we're already seeing a $2.5 billion market cap. Is it true that MEXC Global already implemented the 1.2% burn? Yes, to a certain extent. They do it for a certain date. Matt, how do I get my rewards from staking? I stake with Smart Stake, and it keeps telling me that I don't have enough to take my rewards. So you should take. Oh, did you stake all of your coins with Smart Stake? You shouldn't stake all of it. You have to leave some, because you have to go through the transaction. So there's a transaction fee of about 2 LUNC. So if you don't have any LUNC in your wallet, you have to put LUNC in your wallet, or else you can never take that LUNC out. So find some LUNC somewhere else, buy like 100 and throw it into Terra Station, and make sure you save that 100, or always keep 100 for transaction fees. That's probably the reason. Can you undelegate from Terra Station at any time? Yes, you can. If yes, are there penalties? No, there's just a fee. Or sorry, not for undelegating. So if you undelegate, there you'll have the fee probably of like two LUNC, but then you also have a 21-day waiting period to where you don't receive any rewards, and you don't have access to your Terra Luna Classic. So you have to manage the time between and how you're going to undelegate your positions. I have 10 million coins on Voyager. That sucks. I don't know what's going on with Voyager, and I don't know if you will get that back. So I would just consider that lost. If you do get it back, then consider it a bonus. But if I was anybody, if I had money on Voyager, I would consider all of it lost, and not disappoint myself if it does become lost. So if things turn around and you get that money back, then it's nothing but a bonus, if it's in your brain that way. But if you're looking at it like, oh, I have this money on Voyager and I need to get it back, all this other stuff, I don't know. I can't look at that as the most positive situation in the world. Um, this is all fun, but LUNC is locked up on Voyager, and maybe this Forced Diamond Hands will let me access it once the chapter 11, I said channel 11, chapter 11 finishes. By the time LUNC is worth 1 penny. So if LUNC rises back up, I'm sure that Voyager may have made a move to push a lot into Voyager, or sorry, into LUNC. Maybe. I mean, they already risked a hell of a lot into LUNC, and that's the reason why they got to the situation that they're at. So maybe if LUNC increases in price, maybe they get back to a point to where they have enough in order to pay back their investors. I don't know. Weird feeling is seeing money appearing out of thin air. 1 million Luna T staked, and there I just gave 5K gain so far this morning. That's phenomenal. That's phenomenal. Path to repegging. From business perspective, a debt restructuring to restructure the decentralized algorithm stablecoin makes sense if and only if a key pillar decentralized reserves and capital controls can be failure proofed to a far greater extent than old Terra Classic was. Those efforts don't break the back of LUNC community, who would likely fund it. Yes, true. It reserves a forestall. I don't know what that is. A death spiral. Maybe it meant something else. Death spiral, even in the event of total failure of the capital control system. But perhaps more importantly, restructuring, improving decentralized stablecoin, we can turn one crypto's biggest defeats into one of the most stunning turnarounds in digital asset history. We can, and then the modest means, okay, how are we going to do this? Represent the blah, 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 blah. Okay. Many of us who invested in Terra have an idea of decentralized stablecoins and what it is, blah, 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 blah. No offense. A restructuring of Terra Classic and 9.5 billion of bad debt, which offers UST holders a material consideration for their current USTC holdings, and represent the best efforts for a Luna community, will underpin the substantial. So I'm not seeing path to utility, path to recovery. I'm just looking for, it's a lot. You know, I'll have to get into it because I don't see the actual path to recovery. But I would imagine when they say that it's swaps, I know what swaps mean. Like you're swapping UST for LUNC, obviously finding a way to add the minting back on, which people don't want to see. But I think this needs to happen at a certain rate. So not right now. As we're going through the burns, we look to see if the burns happen. The burns will happen, and then we can see that we implement this whole strategy of swaps. I feel like that's a great strategy, but it needs to happen later down the line. You don't mint more coins right now. You mint more coins when it gets to a point to where it has less than a trillion. If it has less than a trillion, then we can make the moves that we want to make. But repegging USTC too early without the support of Terra Luna Classic, where you're minting um, less coins to obviously buy more coins over here or swap for more coins over there. I think that's a key part of this whole algorithm. Terra Luna Classic has to be at a higher price than USTC. It has to be. Do you think USTC can reach $1? Yes, I do. Your subscribers would appreciate a video about the Voyager bankruptcy proceedings and updated one. You would get a ton of views, like comments and subscribers. Do one. So the issue with that is I think there's a lot more people that are more qualified to talk on like bankruptcy issues than I am. That's the reason why I don't want to do it. So I know of the situation that's happening with Voyager. I don't know of what they're going to choose to do in the end. But I think I'm not the most qualified person to talk about bankruptcy issues. I think, coming from someone who understands more of like business law than I do, that's probably more of the side that you want an explanation on, because this is less on the investment part of it and more on what are the legal pieces to this. Like, what are they going to do legally? What do you see them doing? What makes more sense? What are they trying to do? Are they trying to save their business or save investors? Because if they don't do both, they're not going to have anything in the end, right? If they don't save investors and they obviously throw their investors under the bus to save their business, investors are not going to come back to their platform, which essentially would end up bankrupting them anyways. So they're trying to figure out how to walk this line to save their business and obviously save the investors, because the investors have their money over there. Like I've seen a number of people that have come by and said my money is in Voyager. Read it when you have a chance, and you will see it, and look forward to the video. Yeah. Hey Matt, when I've been wait, what? When I've been with you since day one, that you bought from the bottom, remember the how do you say that? I'll remember the name. When we are rich, I'm gonna hit you up and we'll play a round of golf. All right, sounds good. I love playing golf. I'm gonna play. I don't know if I'm gonna play golf today. I think it's raining right now, so I don't think I'll play golf. I don't know how long I'll stay live too, because I usually stay live for like 2.5, 3 hours. And today I would technically stay live for about 3 hours or 2.5 hours, I would say. So from 7 to 8 to 9, 9:30, maybe 10. Can you explain the Binance Terra bridge situation a bit? How would that affect burns? Um, so it doesn't affect burns right now. If you're talking about like the uh, um, what is that? What is that bridge? The bridge that shut down from Luna transactions, the shuttle bridge. Um, so I right now it will affect burns because of the fact that we're not seeing anything that's off the chain. Um, and I'm not saying that as in like, oh, this is crazy. I'm saying like, we're not seeing any transactions that are going to be off chain that are burning until these exchanges, which you're probably seeing a big portion in Binance, which you're seeing 47% or 48% that happened through Binance. KuCoin is at about 8.9. Jesus, this dyslexia is killing me. 8.59%. You see BTC Turk, that's at 10%. KuCoin, that's at 8.59%. Binance TR, that's at 6%. So you obviously want to see Binance that's implementing this overall burn tax. So that's really where it's going to affect the burn taxes, off-chain transactions. Do you think they'll start repegging after LUNC reaches $1 or before? So I would hope it's after. I feel like if they're looking to keep USTC above $1 and have the algorithm in place, you need to see LUNC at a dollar or more. You need to see it at a higher price than USTC in order to help USTC in the if there's going to be some sort of repegging in or depeg after that. Matthew, are you in England? No, I'm not. I'm in the United States, Pennsylvania. Matthew, are you? I read that. How many people? Thank you for becoming a member, Adams Concept. I appreciate it. Let's see if anybody's on Twitch. We got 8 people on Twitch. Thank you guys for watching. Ledois, or Lotus. Good morning. Many people are hesitant to sell before the burn, and that's a good question. Personally, I think this is not an investment advice. I think that that's the risk you have to take when you get what you want. Yeah, I hear you. I hear you. What do you think? What do I think about what? About many people hesitating to sell before the burn. Yeah, I'm sure nobody wants to sell to see how things react. And then you'll see selling that's going on, which is good because while that burn happens, maybe we can see, a buy the rumor, sell the news type of event. However, we're not going to see all of the burns take place on the 12th. I don't know when Binance will make their moves. I don't know when they'll implement it, if they implement it already, just out of nowhere, if they're going to do it exactly on the date. Because if they do something like that, they're goated forever. Like there's no way that we're not going to see this and go, yeah, they're definitely the goats here, right? They took and basically on the day that we're supposed to burn on chain, or at least set up on burn chain, right? I don't know if it will happen the 11th, the 12th, or the 13th. That's what Zardar said. But if they decide to do this like on the 12th and you see 41% of the volume that's going towards the burn, it's going to create pressure that everybody else decide to do that. I understand that people are going to want to get it as cheap as possible without the 1.2% burn. Understand that 1.2% is not a crazy amount, that's coming out for you. For individuals, it's not. For the larger majority of people, yes, it is a decent amount. We can see that if you have 44 million like I do throughout this whole entire process, how many coins am I going to burn through this whole process? I'm going to burn 522,000. That's nothing compared to the total amount that I have. Yes, that's $522,000 in the end, if it does get to $1, but still, you're burning 522,000 coins. That's nothing compared to the 44. Guys, if you haven't had a chance to hit the like button, we have 1,330 people here. If you could hit the like button, I would greatly appreciate it. I really would. Also, if you guys want this exit strategy spreadsheet with the 1.2% burn tax and how many coins you would end up losing or putting towards these burns, throughout this process, then you can get this spreadsheet over on my Patreon. If you are any level member on Patreon, you will be able to access this spreadsheet. It's one of the latest posts that I've had. I've also had some buy orders, some sell orders. I haven't had any sell orders lately, but some buy orders definitely on there. Or buy alerts and sell alerts. And we're also going through some educational videos that we will have up today. I do want to post a golf video today on my golf channel. So if you guys want to subscribe to that, feel free to subscribe to that. That link is in the description. But yeah, sign up for my Patreon if you guys want this spreadsheet or any of my buys and stuff like that. Again, since we're here and we have 1,300 people that are here, I wanted to talk about this again. So understand that if we go back to where we're at, so we're at 2.8, almost $3 billion in volume, up 361%, even though, we were basically at that $1 billion level, before, we were close to it before this day. So the last 24 hours, up 361% in the volume. And you can see the price is up 42% in the last 24 hours from that 0.00028 level where it did resist from or fall down to up to this level to where it resisted from 45. So with all that being said, where we're looking at 0.00041, right? If we go into my spreadsheet here, I just have a quick math. Some people will say that this will take years to burn off, that this will take 100 years or 10 years to burn off. Understand that if we are seeing all of the volume participate in the 1.2% burn, which means all exchanges have to participate in it. I would imagine if we're just seeing Binance, we can look at half of that. So we'll do it in both scenarios. So say we do have $3 billion in volume in a day, and maybe it's higher in other days, but $3 billion volume in a day. We're going to see $36 million that we can burn off in that day. Looking at the price at 0.0001 or 41, that would be 87.8 billion that you can burn off. Billion, not dollars, but billion that you can burn off. That's in a day. Now, if we multiply that by 30 days, we're looking at 2.6 trillion. So in 30 days, you can burn that off. And if you see that multiplied, or you know what, taking the 66900, all right, 000, I think that's enough, right? Is that 6.9 trillion? Hopefully it is. Million, billion, trillion. Yes, you are looking at that. So then equals this divided by this, and you'll get 2.62 months. Or if you take this, or sorry, yeah, you know what? Let's scroll. Let's bring this over, and we'll look at the amount of days as well. So I don't want to type in 6.9 trillion again. So we'll look at the amount of days, and that's 78.58 days if we can see that stay around this ratio to where we can burn off 80 to 100 billion a day. Now, imagine if we see 40% of that. So let's take this and let's multiply this by 40% or 41%. 41% of that would still be 36 billion a day, which you would burn off 1 trillion a month. It would take you 6 months to burn off. So that's just with Binance volume, if we can find Binance to do that, including the off-chain stuff. So let's say it's probably and MEXC and Coinin and all of that. Let's just say that this is 50%. 50% would be 43 or 1.3 trillion. It would take 5 months for it to play out, or 157 days for this to fully burn off. So would it take years? No. Would it take 1 year probably at max to see it at this level? Or not at max, but 1 year kind of minimum, I would say, because it depends on how the ratio is. Probably. But then seeing it within that 1 to 2 years to burn off that entire supply is huge. That's definitely clutch. So anyways, we're sitting at 41% increase today. We're sitting at 0.000, basically 41. And, the volume is up a hell of a lot today. I'm excited for what we have here. In Matt we trust, I want to see Luna Portal. So the same as LUNC, please help. Sorry, that just skipped. You want to see Luna Portal, is it the same as Luna? It is the same as Luna. If it has that same price, it should. It definitely is. That's in Trust Wallet. When to exit from LUNC? Like in the current situation, will it go up more this week? When to exit from LUNC? Like in the current situation, will it go up more this week? So I'm not going to tell you exactly my moves. For me, if I was holding at 0.00015, I take profit. This is a perfect time to take some sort of profit. And the reason why I would say that is because you want to be comfortable with what you're holding. If you tripled your investment, it doesn't hurt to take your initial investment. You'll never see it get back down to that low. Everything else is gravy that you're holding on top of it. Yes, it does take future situations or future gains out of the play or out of your play. But the point is that you're taking profit. Profit taking is the most important part of investing. A bunch of people can sell, anybody can buy. Anyone can buy an investment. The problem is that no one can sell. Everybody sees more potential as they get to different prices. They're like, oh, well, you know what? I hold 44 million. Oh, you know what? I'm holding $2.1 million. I can see this increase more. It's like, really? You can see it increase more. I know you have the potential of seeing it increase more, but are you comfortable with leaving $2.1 million that can easily turn into $1 million or can turn into $100 if everything goes south? You know what I mean? So you want to protect yourself and make sure that you're collecting some sort of an investment. Am I collecting 2.1 million at this point? No, I'm not collecting 2.1 million. Am I taking a portion at this point? Yeah, you'll see me take a total of 100 114,000 at that point, and I'll be happy with taking 114,000 at those points. As it gets to 10 cents, am I taking 4 million or 7 million or 8 million? No, I'm not. I could literally take everything that I have here and take 8 million or take half of it at one point and just be happy with what I'm holding there. Could do that, but am I going to do that? No. I'll take portions as time goes on, and I'll be happy with what I gain. Whether we get down to $1 and I only gain, I gain 18.4 million, I'll take it. If I get to 25 cents and I gain 2.2 million, I will take it. I'm not looking to be greedy, and that's what a lot of people are. Is they're very greedy. No offense, but they're very greedy to where they won't take any profit because they see the potential at $1. Like, I hold 44 million. I want $44 million. Are you telling me that you're willing to give up $2 million to gain that $44 million? I mean, and that's speculation at that. So I do believe that it will hit $1, but I also want to demonstrate what I have preached for my entire life of investing. It's not about the hodl till the end. It's about taking profit. I lost too much not to hodl. I hear you. I hear you. I understand you. But I think there's always a level where you're like, oh, I lost, $100,000. But if you get to a point to where it's worth $2 million, you gain that $100,000 back. How about you take that $100,000 that you lost, and now you're sitting at $2 million that's left in there, right? You're not taking the entire profit. You're not taking everything, but you're taking your investment that you lost, and now you're sitting on nothing but gravy. There's a burn tax, regular tokenomics tax, and you lose a ton of slippage as well. I got 5 million for $100. So if I lose it all, it's all good. But I'm waiting till 10 cents or sell at 1 million. Then I'll wait for $1 and sell the rest. You'll sell at 10 cents, which would be 1 million, or sell at 10 cents. That would be what, $100,000. That's good. And if you have somewhere in between there, maybe I would say 50 cents or 45 cents is a good point as well. Sell another million. But then you can wait for $1, and I wouldn't sell all of it. I would keep probably either 500,000 or 250,000 in there, just for the potential move above that $1, because I think it will hold above there. At least take profits by selling 1/10 every time at 10x's. That's a good strategy. It's a good strategy. Guys, we have 1,500 people here, and we have only 866 likes. What is that about? Come on, get this over 1,000 likes. I'll greatly appreciate it. Is there a giveaway? The giveaway is not today. Guys, we're not going to sit here and do giveaways every day because that's very costly. It's like $50 every time I give a giveaway away. If I decide to give away 100,000, that would be a different story. But that's like $5 or something. So I want to give away more, but I don't want to give away everything that I have. You know what I mean? Plus this is not the gamble to play around and not take profit. With the government closing in on crypto, you'll be pissed if Luna gets banned. Yeah, I don't know if Luna will get banned. I guess if you're looking at them putting in regulation and saying, hey, just like I guess New York, where you can't invest in certain cryptos, you can't invest in crypto in certain places, certain platforms, they could do the same thing across the board. But obviously that would make a lot of people furious. I'll sell 4 million at 10 cents and retire. That's my plan. It would be more than I can earn in 3 years before I retire, and still have 16 million. Sounds good to me. Selling 4 million at 10 cents is how much? Why can't I do the math? Selling 4 million of that. What is that? $400,000? You still have some left, right? You're not gonna just only sell the 4 million. The burn date is unknown because it happens at a block height. The block height of the burn is coded. We currently at 9262382. Um, can we hit a penny this year if the price keeps rising at this pace? So no, if the price keeps rising at this pace, it depends if we see the volume. If the volume keeps it stable to where we're burning off, tens of billions every day, then yes, we can find a way to reach a penny. And even if we get down to a $1 trillion market cap or $1 trillion supply, not $1 trillion market cap, 1 trillion supply of coins, seeing this at a $10 billion market cap would get us to that 1 penny mark, and that's a significant point, a very significant point. Can I give you any more feedback? Because there's no more. Wait, I can't give you any more feedback. Okay, well, thank you. Isn't it hilarious? We are all saying I'm gonna take 120K at 10 cents, and then this and this and this. Like it's definitely gonna happen. Anyone else pinching themselves? Um, I'm not. I expected this from. Do you still use the profits from your burn channel? I haven't used them yet. It's a very small amount this month, or last month it was 250, I believe. So it wasn't a lot. It was all from the membership volume, and I'm wondering what I'm going to do with that. Because I want to support Shiba Inu, but if the ecosystem is not going to support it, then I'm not going to do that as well. You know what I mean? So if we could find another way to grow that, or maybe sell that channel to somebody else. I don't think you can do that. You're not allowed to sell channels to people. But basically find another way to use it eventually. I'm not sure. I'm not sure of how that will work. Um, we'll see, because it has like 14 or 15,000 subscribers, and I do want the burn channel to be a big thing, and I really do. Want Shiba Inu to be big as well. But if the ecosystem devs are driving this into the ground, I will be pissed. So we'll talk about that in a future state. I do plan on making that burn soon. I haven't bought it. Maybe I should do that today. Should I burn off the Shiba Inu today, or should we hold off on the revenue that's sitting in there? Um, LUNC sold out. I got 3.4 million unstaked, and I'm selling 1.4 million on its way to $1. Then selling 1.5 when it hits $1. Sounds good to me. If you buy 1 million coins now, you will have $1 million at 10 cents. Um, that's that's not accurate. So $1 million, if you buy 1 million coins now, you would have $1 million at $1 million, because one million times $1 price would be $1 million. But if you have 10 cents, you would have $100,000, which is still a lot of money. Don't forget to buy metals with profits. Monetary systems is flipping back again in traditional banking without backing as the Feds unload. So for me, I'm definitely more on the side of investing, but probably not investing in like precious metals and all that stuff. I'm not. I haven't had history in ever doing that, so I probably won't. Um, Matt, what is your price by the end of the year for Lunic? The end of the year, I'm looking for a portion of a penny. So 80% of a penny, 70% of a penny, maybe even that penny or 2 penny mark, depending on what the circulating supply looks like. Turn the Let It Burn channel into a Luna Burn classic. So there's already I think Happy Caddy Crypto has a great Luna Burn channel, and it shows what the revenue can be. He has memberships and all that stuff. I'm not sure, or maybe that isn't a thing anymore. I'm not sure. I know he did have it. So I have 1.5 million coins, and they're in Voyager. Should I even keep up with Lunic, or am I never going to see them again? In like, I just want to. I'm always that person that loves to rip off the band-aid, and I'm not saying I love to do it because I love seeing people like struggle and be upset with it. It's just it helps you hit reality quicker, and if it does come back that Voyager saves your investments and you have that money in the end, um, then that would be great, right? Because that's a plus. But you want to set yourself up for, or you want to tell yourself that you failed, or that the worst thing could happen. Because if the best thing happens, or anything better than that happens, um, it's a plus, right? If you say, "Oh, I have 1 million in Voyager and I lost it, it's gone. I'm never getting it back," right? And then all of a sudden they say, "You know what? We're giving half of people's investments back." You're going to be happy with the fact that you got half of it back because you already set your mind up for basically believing that it was gone. So that's a good thing. I would think you probably tell yourself it's gone, and then if something positive happens, you'll be happy about it. Um, it sucks to think that way, but I think you kind of have to think that way. I've thought that way my whole entire life. Um, because I was given nothing in my life. Like, I literally had nothing, sleeping in shelters, sleeping outside, all of these other things. So I told myself at a young age that it's, this is the worst that it can get. Like, you know what I mean? And I knew that it was bad. I knew that it was a bad situation, and it really couldn't get any worse than that. And I knew the next day I was like, all right, well, you know what? I'm setting myself up for failure. I know I'm going to be sleeping outside, but it got a little bit better. Maybe I was sleeping in a shelter that day. It got a little bit better. I was happy about that, rather than most people not being happy about sleeping in a shelter. You're happy about sleeping in a shelter because you're not sleeping outside. So it just gets better and better and better as life goes on. So I've always told myself that this is the worst that can happen. Um, and, set my mind on the fact that that will happen that way. Prepare for the worst and hope for the best, basically. I don't even hope for the best. I prepare for the worst, hope for the worst, and then if I receive the best, then it happens. I completely blank out anything good that can happen, and I look at all the bad. Um, whenever the children are standing on the steps, the only thing I'm thinking about is that they could fall down those steps. So my hand is constantly on their back, no matter how big they are. My hand is constantly there. Um, Same thing with Erica. Uh, you know, she's an adult. She knows how to walk upstairs. But you know what? I will be right behind her because if she falls, I will be there to catch her. So that's like, I just always think that the worst thing is going to happen. I prepare for it. And, you know, then you obviously see a path to success, I guess. Hope for the worst. Yeah, I hope for the worst. I plan for the worst. And is your screen frozen? The classic price in the background? No, it shouldn't be frozen. I have to update. And also, let's go into the candlestick chart to see how things are moving. So in certain platforms, this does move constantly. So if we go in here, right now we're seeing a sort of um, a pullback here from this level of 0.0000 like 42. I have no hands. Do I get them back in heaven? Please help. I'm not sure. Um, um, I don't know. Are you still good at 10 cents? Um, you will have 90K. Matt, don't break out into song. Oh, I'm gonna break out into song. Are you ready? Are you ready? You're not ready, so I'm not gonna do it. It's ranked 29th on Ledger Live. What, Lunic? Yeah, but it's ranked 205 here on CoinMarketCap, where everybody looks at it. It seems Binance lost 1 billion USD on Lunic after the crash, and so strongly believe that it will. It's best to see Lunic price shoot up. CZ is a tough guy. Yeah, I mean, to tell you the truth, I think, um, Binance will do something drastic. You know, I think they have something pretty big up their sleeve. That's beautiful, Matt. You're getting me choked up over here. Yeah, well, That's the idea. To get everybody sad, so they don't think about how Lunac is freaking blowing the roof off this place. American Idol would give you uh, 3 golden buzzers or 3 red X's. I think that's America's Got Talent. I think both of those are America's Got Talent. The golden buzzer. I was waiting for some John Legend song. Then I'm not gonna play that. It's gonna get demonetized. All right. Sorry, I was just daydreaming a little bit. We got 1,500 people that are here. I wanted to do speech to text. I was trying to do or text to speech so that when people send super chats through, they get their super chats read. I wanted to do that, but I don't know how to fully set that up. So I was trying to set that up last night with like 5 minutes before I went live, and it didn't work. And I was trying to do it because I was playing a game and I wanted it to read the text as I was playing the game. Um, I'll sell my 241K at $100. A hundred, like you're selling it at $100. Like you're looking for millions of dollars worth of a gain. You only have 241K Luna. Don't just settle for $100 there. You got to settle for lower prices than that. Hey Matt, I'm up 3K on my Lunic, which I'm super excited about, and I took 1K out and put it into Shiba. Do you think that was a good idea? I don't know. It's up to you. Whatever you see potential in. Um, you know, I I can't say that right now. I see a ton of potential in what Shiba is going to do because of the ecosystem devs that are leading it. Now, if Shiba can survive on its own, if they completely disown it and they kind of just rip the band-aid off, if they don't want to be any or have any part with Shiba Inu, then let us know, rip the band-aid off. We can find a way to build back up the community to what it once was before this damn ecosystem dev team came on. Um, do you still think Shiba will hit 10 cents? I don't know about that. We're still looking for a dollar, right? And or sorry, a penny. That's more. A dollar is more. We're still looking for a penny for it to get to, and right now that would be a what 5 or 6 trillion dollar market cap. 6.9 burned, or 6.1 trillion. Please check Matt. Um, so no, if you're asking if 6.9 was burned, we have 6.9 in total supply. We have 6.1 in the circulating supply. Please stop spamming or promoting that site. I don't know what site they're promoting. I haven't seen anything. I hope that Harper got on the bus. I think she did. I think she got on the bus. Uh, if Luna gets to a dollar, you will have millions of tokens, and sell, you'll get hit hard by Uncle Sam. That's true. Have you ever heard of? Have you ever withdrawn money from Crypto.com back to your bank account, asking for a friend to see if it works? Yes, I have. It's not a difficult process. I don't know what the max is. I've probably pulled out more money from Coinbase into my bank account, and that's a limit of $250,000 per day. So you're able to pull out millions in a matter of a month. What's going on in Lunic? I'm scared for the burn at 0.0004. Is it too high? We need some type of dump here. So I don't think it's too high. I think we're seeing the volume and the price tie together. We're looking at basically a $3 billion price. Sorry, 3 billion. That would be crazy. $3 billion volume versus the 0.0004 price, looking at a $2.4 billion market cap. As long as we can see these two flow together, you know what I mean? Then we can see a decent amount that we're burning off. right? If we can see these two, like say if this is a $1 billion market cap, we see $1 billion worth of price, $1 billion worth of volume, sorry, then we can see a massive amount that's going to burn off. Same thing, we see 2 billion, 2 billion, 3 billion, 3 billion, 4 billion, 4 billion. If we can see 100 billion here and see the market cap at a lower point to where it's like, 50% buys, 50% sells, and that's where it kind of levels out, then that would be amazing. But I don't know if we're going to see $100 billion in volume that flow through this. People are going to wait to see how much the burn impacts it and how much we can burn on the first couple of days. Just understand that the on-chain transactions may not be even close to as much as what Binance could do, or what even even MEXC or Coinin or BitThumb or whatever the other places are, KuCoin, whatever those burns can do. So we will see. We will see. We have a lot of different platforms. The biggest platform being that Binance level. We're doing an inside the actor studio type interview. Matthew will cry. I will cry. We got a child upstairs that's upset about everything. I can hear it. I can hear it in her voice. She's a 2-year-old, so you can say it's terrible twos. But I don't think Harper was this bad when it comes to things that she wants. When Hayden wants something, it's over. Like, and even if she gets it, it's still the end of the world because you denied her the access of getting that. So it's like a person that's impatient. Like, I'm impatient. So if someone's like, hey, can you get, if I say, hey, can you get me like a glass of water? And they're like, yeah, hold on. I most likely will get up and get the glass of water if you tell me to wait. So that's that's how impatient I am. And it's because like I'm like, oh, you know what, I'm thirsty right now. And if someone's up and they're coming over here, you can get me a glass of water. If it takes you longer than it would take me to get up and get the glass of water, then I'll just go and get the glass of water. So it's the same way with her, where she'll basically say like, oh, I want this, I want that, and then we'll say no. She'll get upset. Then we'll say, here, you can have it, and she'll still be upset because we denied her the access. It's hilarious, but also heartbreaking at the same time. A farm coin, what do you think when it reaches 200? I'm going to take some profit when it reaches 200. So I bought some. If you don't know, I bought 30 farm coin at $27. And if it gets to a level of 200, I will sell those 30 that I bought, which I still do hold 70 more. So as it goes up a little bit higher, maybe to a level of 250, I'll probably sell another 10. But again, I've already made a ton of profit out of FarmCoin, and I expect to make so much more. I just want to hold maybe somewhere around 20 to 25 when it gets a chance to hit 500 or $1,000. But I expect so much more out of FarmCoin. What do you think about Terra USD and LUNC aligned somehow in their prices lately? We've seen, can they limit LUNC to 1 cent level? What does that mean? Sorry, I may not be following because I don't know. The crow for the fees. I'm kind of peeved that crypto.com stopped using Crow for the fees on the .com exchange. Kind of gives it less utility, in my opinion. Are you an only child? No, I'm not. I'm the youngest, well, second youngest. I have a younger brother, and I have 2 older brothers and 1 older sister. The oldest is my sister. So yeah, I'm not an only child. That's why, we understood like how key it is, or how important it is to have another sibling there. I don't like that, having not having another sibling there. Like Hayden is 2 years old and she's doing way more than what Harper did when she was 2, because she has another child there constantly talking to her, constantly showing her things, and Hayden does nothing but copy everyone. So It's amazing to see how fast she's doing things. Like she was already counting at like once she started talking, she was repeating the numbers and just going one, two, three, four, and I was like, "How old are you? Like, slow down a little bit." And please say something about CRO coin. What is CRO coin doing right now? The entire market is up 2.9%. Is that because of what's going on with LUNC? Maybe people are investing in LUNC and investing in, everything else. So Shiba Inu is up 2.96%. Polygon's up 4%. That's an investment that I talked about at actually like 80 cents, I believe. Let's see, Cardano is up to 50 cents. I talked about that at 45 cents. Just recently made another purchase. Had Algorand, that's still sitting at about the same price as I purchased it at. But I'm gaining 5.75% on Algorand. Let's see, where's CRO? CRO is currently at 12 cents. It's up 1.69%. I still hold, what is it, is it 700? How many is it? Oh, no, it's six. It's 70,000 coins. I still hold 70,000 coins of CRO. I think it might be like 65 to 70 of CRO. 1.5 people here and 1.2 likes. I appreciate all the likes that we've gotten. I'm okay with having 1,300 likes. I just wanted to get over 1,000. So that means a lot. Andrew Tate. What about Andrew Tate? I don't know about other platforms, but crypto.com is charging around 14% when I want to sell my LUNC. That's robbery. Uh, I don't see that 14%. I don't know what you're talking about there. Don't spam the question, Toys Hunt. I know sometimes I don't see things, but don't spam the question. What do you think of the idea to repeg USTC? I think it's a great idea. The issue is that the way, or if they're going to do that, they have to do that later down the line, not now. Like if they're going to find a way to um, swap, they need to do that later down the line. As LUNC decreases the supply, that's when you do it, not right now. Do you think a dollar is possible within a year? Yes, I think it's possible within a year. How possible? Probably like a 30% chance, depending on what happens, right? If we see all the burns take place from exchanges and on chain, um, then we have that, 30-40% or something like that. However, if we don't see that happen right away, well, then that's where it gets to be tough. I swapped 25K CRO for LUNC. Best decision I've made. That's probably a good decision. A really, really good decision. Is 2.4 million LUNC tokens enough? It's enough to get you life-changing money. Is it enough for like retirement money? Probably not. Maybe you can get to a point to where if you decided to play it out the right way and you gained $1 million or $2 million from it, and you wanted to live off of the interest of that $1 million, then you could figure out how to do that and live off of $100,000 a year. That could work. 80 to $100,000 a year, depending on how the markets are actually rolling. But you also want some other source of income as well. So it's enough to have life changing money if everything plays out the right way. But obviously, there are going to be others that make the moves that you make in just in a more aggressive fashion. So it may take you a while to get that life changing money versus some people that are already getting the life changing money off of the first move that they make. Some people hold 100 million and they're getting that life changing money. It's crazy, but it definitely can happen. So I wanted to bring up TikTok. I said I would stream on TikTok every day, and I haven't done that. So let me make sure I can do that. There we go. Live. I have to update TikTok to discover new features and improvement. All right. Well, what do you mean I have no network connection? All right. Well, fine. It's telling me I have no network connection, so I can't. It's telling me I have to update, but I can't update. Hate this thing. I don't know why it's not letting me update, so I guess I can't go live. I'm gonna have to update that later. I mean, I could probably do it on my personal phone, but I don't feel like doing that. Did I already play an ad? I feel like I already did. Um, really, Lunic to $1? Yeah, I can see it. My chart has shown Lunic has touched the resistance zone. Now, it better take profits. So yeah, when I looked into Lunic, I don't know why Lunic is not popping up on here as one of the top gainers, or trending, because it definitely should be trending because CoinMarketCap is suppressing them. Um, but yes, as you look at some of these levels in the last day, it has increased to 42, up to 44, decreased down to these levels, and now is creating a lower high. So it's now in a lower high to lower low scenario. So are you going to sell your position? It's okay to make that move if you want to. It's not something that people are going to hate you for doing, because I want to see a lower price so that we can burn more. Because if we're seeing 2.8 billion and we see a lower price here, I mean that would be huge. Absolutely huge. If I invest 500 USD now in Luna and it reaches $1, how much would I gain? If you sorry. Right now, every million that you have is worth $400. So if you invest $400 right now, you would get a million, and it hit $1, you would have a million. So basically, you would have probably 1.2 million, something like that, if it hit $1. If you invested 500 now, and I think it was at such a low risk before, where you were looking at $100 for every million, and now you're looking at $400 for every million. So it's definitely a change. Was Michael Jackson into crypto? Moonwalk coin? I don't think so. I don't believe it was a thing. You're getting so close to 200K subs. Am I? I believe I'm at 186,000. So yeah, I'm definitely making a move. I can't wait to get there. I'm gonna be so happy when I do, because that's like a 20% of a million people that watching me. 200,000 people that decided to subscribe to me. That's crazy. I'm extremely grateful, because I was grateful when I hit 1K. I was grateful when I hit 5K. I was grateful when I hit 100K, and now 200K is just insane. Why do people keep saying the same thing over and over again? Because they probably want me to read it. My eye is itching. It's bothering me now. You showed the burning process earlier, but will it slow down, right? So I think yes, you will see it slow down. The only way you will see it slow down. So in the beginning, there might not be as much burns right from the start, because we're seeing only on-chain transactions that are being burned. But any off-chain transactions, any CEXs that we can see that are also implemented in it, hopefully Binance will increase that by 2x, 3x, 4x, 10x, 100x, all of that, right? So right on the 12th, we might not see a massive amount that's burning, but the good thing is if we start to see, billions that could burn off, in a matter of, a day or something. If we could see 1 billion a day from just like off-chain transactions or something, that would be great. Um, and I would imagine there's a lot of transactions that may be coming from, or sorry, on-chain transactions that may be coming from Terra Station, which is on-chain transactions. So that would be great to see that much that comes from there. At least you can see, because we know that we have what 400, 500 billion that's staked on Terra Station. So that's 500 billion that can be traded and moved around. And does that transaction also claiming rewards? Does that also include in there? Because I would be okay with that. I appreciate all the content you put out. Your voice of reason and I can tell uh that. I appreciate you and all the gains I'm about to make. Thank you, Charles, for saying that. I appreciate the kind words. I have 5K in Shiba Inu coin and 0.000001. Is that enough to get rich? You have $5,000 in Shiba Inu coin at 0.0001. How many Shiba Inu coins do you have? I would imagine it's enough to gain you quite a bit, but it all depends on what Shiba does. It all depends on what use case it has, which we haven't seen any so far. Do you think that Bitcoin will be dead for the long time? For a long time, and the whales have switched because of Sailor. No one wants to go back to a coin that's so far down. So I think it will come back, right? Bitcoin has been there plenty of times. It's been down 90% before. It's been down 84% and then 80%. Now this year it's down 75%. So it's an improvement. Um, but do I think Bitcoin will lead the market in the end? I don't. I think Ethereum will probably lead the market in the end, um, just because I don't know. I just see so much more potential in something like Ethereum than I do Bitcoin. I feel like Bitcoin just hasn't changed, hasn't really adapted to the ever changing crypto market. And these other coins, it makes sense to have a leader in the crypto market, but not something that's leading by that much, right? I think Bitcoin will still be a play, and they'll probably swap back and forth from 1 to 2 ranked by market cap. But I do think Ethereum will be more valuable. It just has more of a use case, in my opinion. Um, I effed up yesterday. I sold 4.6 million at 0.00028. Should I have waited? Um, if you sold all, is it all of your position or just 4.6 million? Because if it's just 4.6 million, you have to accept whatever gain you had. Um, it sucks to accept that. And if you have some that's left, then take that what you have that's left and sit on it and make sure you make the right moves and set yourself up for success. Because most people, this is what people are going to try and do. They're going to try and time the market. Even though they have 100 million and they say I'm holding to $1, they're going to try and time the market to get the best price, even though you're probably not going to get the best price and it's going to skyrocket more. And then you're going to have to accept whatever gain you had. The good thing is that it is a gain. If I see it get up to, like, with my profit taking strategy, people are always like, why are you going to sell at that point? Why are you going to sell at a penny and only sell 2 million at that point? Well, it's taking $16,000. I'm okay with taking $16,000. Yes, in the beginning stages, in these first 25 the 25 cents, I'm selling 16 million coins and only getting a total of 2.2 million. I'll take that any day. 2.2 million. And then what we can see is anything above that, yes, I can gain so much more, right? I could technically at 25 cents take 8 million and settle on 8 million and pay 4 million in taxes and be comfortable with that. But if I take 2.2 million in the short term, yes, pay 50% taxes in the short term there. But if this happens in the long term and I end up getting to $1, well, now I'm looking at 18 million that I can actually pay less taxes on. So that's what I'm hoping for. Within that year, I want to see, hopefully, a full year, we see it start to increase from 10 cents all the way up to $1. Seeing that full year pass by. Cool names for your daughters. What? My daughter's names? I recently discovered Everswap. What a great platform. That's where I bought Lunatics. Um, what's deadly is the platform has its own token, Rise, with only 1,500 holders. A solid project. It's great to hear. I haven't looked into it. On-chain burn parameters will go live September 12th, but it will be set to 0.0%. So then a parameter change proposal will be put forth to change it to 1.2%, which will take a few days to pass. From what I'm understanding and what Zardar has said is that the 1.2% could be implemented. It should happen beforehand the parameter change proposal. So everything should be live before the 13th is what he said. But I don't know. I don't know. You may be right. That's way too much. It's kind of over my head, I guess, in the form of coding. Isn't 50% tax on short-term capital gains tax? Yeah, so 50%. What the fuck, 50% tax? What are you smoking? So it's 39 or 37%, but then I have state and local taxes, so I always keep 50% for taxes. And then everything else that I have over, it's probably not going to be exactly 50%. It's going to be less, probably more like 40, 44% total with state and local and everything, maybe 45. But then anything else that's over it, I keep it as a bonus. If you live in certain states like California, I think you can pay upwards of 60%, which freaking sucks. But it depends where you live. Are you in your 30s or 20s? I'm in my 30s. I'm 31. Um, I wish I had purchased more. Yeah, everybody does. I wish I purchased more when I initially bought it. Why that dude talked BS about you? How rude of them. Who? Why who talked about me in a negative way? There's a bunch of people that like to. I mean, if you think about it, that's the way YouTube works, right? Um, and I've seen plenty of videos to where people have, put my face on their thumbnail and said this person's talking about this way, and it's okay. That's how YouTube works. So Matt is 48, 48 years old, 48 years young. No, I'm not 48. Um, I'm 47. No, I'm just playing. Ship Game is a dead cat. Their final whimper. Yeah, I don't know about that Shib game. I really don't know about anything that they're creating unless it helps Shib. I really don't want to support anything that they're doing really. Thank you for all those subscribers. I appreciate that. I do want to go to subscribers only, which is probably majority of you guys anyways. So let's go to subscribers only for a little bit, um, or for a long period of time. A lot of people will get shook. A lot of people get shook out way before it gets close to 50 cents, and even smaller percentages will make it to $1. Yeah, I would agree. Matt is a legend. Um, if they don't like the channel, then what are they doing here? Sour people. Yeah, I mean, people can say what they want. They're entitled to their opinion, but if moderators see them and they're tired of their BS, they'll most likely mute them, um, and ban them. So it's okay. Were you able to claim those sweet Lunic rewards from Luna T from staking? So I don't know if I was getting Lunic rewards. Let me go back and check my Lunic balance. So it doesn't look like I'm getting many Luna rewards from what I'm doing here. But if I go into, let's go into Lunatics token. Let's find it. Lunatics token. Lunatics. Come on. Lunati. I thought it would come up. So you're seeing this up 1%, $318,000 in volume. That's good to see. Let's see. Let's go to their website because that's where you get to the staking. So let's go to staking. I should already be logged in. So if we scroll down here, the heck was that? I don't know what was that, but I think Emmy just hit the floor. So I have 528 Lunatics rewards in this platform from the 90 million that I have staked, but I don't believe I received any Lunic rewards, or barely any, because I don't have as much over here. I have like 6 million over here. So I may have received a little bit, somewhere around, let's say, single digit thousands, but I remember this at 35 million, 35.5 million or 35.6 million. Well, it was technically 35.58 million yesterday. So I haven't seen any type of increase there. So I don't know. I don't know if you're getting anything from the amount that you have staked. I don't know if anybody else has seen that, but I think you should be. Anyone else sick of price prediction requests? Yeah, I mean, it's so difficult to predict the price accurately. Lady, thank you for becoming a member. Lady Devon, I appreciate that. Can you please give me 1 million or 500K tokens, I'm broke as fuck. Um, no. This is I'm sorry that you're broke, but we've all been there. I've been broke. I've had a negative bank account um, throughout my life at points and times. Um, but it feels better, if, obviously, if you can find a way to get out of it. Um, but hopefully you have some tokens or some coins um, that you can gain quite a bit. Click the rewards tab. Oh, so it gathers in here. Your dividend info. Pending Luna Classic. So pending Luna Classic, I have 894 that's pending. Total Luna Classic received. Oh, 3.9 million. I didn't know that. I didn't know that's new. That's new to me. Staking Luna Classic balance. So my Luna C balance is that much. How much I'm staking in Luna C, I guess is 100,000 there. Your staking dividends info, total Luna Classic received, 122,000. Have I claimed anything? I haven't claimed anything yet. Maybe I should claim my rewards. Oh, so you can claim both of them. So I didn't even know about this. I literally just bypassed it. So we are receiving it. Never mind. I'm sorry. You have to go and claim it. As a person that's an ambassador for Lunatics token, that's kind of embarrassing. But you know what? Whatever. I learn from other people. Sometimes I'm too busy to check everything. I don't read the fine print. Um, Everyone talks about 1 USD. I think 10 USD is more worth waiting, and it's coming. I agree. I agree. I invested 1K in Algo. Please, your thoughts. Thank you. So Algo, I don't know where you invested in that. If you invested in Coinbase, you're getting 5.75% APY. It's a great position to be a part of. I think I have $300 or $400 into it. $300, I think, and I plan on investing more. I think this position is definitely something that we've seen growth in the past, and where it is right now is at a very, very low price comparable to where the high is, obviously where the midpoint is. So expect to see 2x returns, 3x returns, maybe even more than that. Because this can easily get back to a $10 billion market cap. So Algorand is definitely a good position. I talked about that in my Patreon. I can't believe it's more of a swing trade, so it's not something that's going to happen right away. But you can expect it with a little bit of bullish momentum, a little bit. I can't believe only 1.5 months ago, $8,000 Canadian would have bought you 100 million tokens. And if we even seen a 1 cent, that would be $1 million. That's crazy stuff. I know. I know. Every time I stake, I just missed it. You literally started out as a SHIB army and now you switched over to Luna. I know why you all just paper hands. The paper hands just want burns. They don't want to see the positivity of utility or ecosystem. So again, I still like Shiba Inu. I'm still a part of the Shiba army. The problem is that everybody that quotes that they're a part of the Shiba army, most people care about what's going on in the ecosystem outside of SHIB. If you ask yourself this question and you answer it accurately, you come out and say, you know what has the ecosystem done for Shiba Inu itself? And you actually come out and answer it accurately. You're gonna say they've done nothing. If you answer it with more delusion, you're going to say that they've done a ton for Shiba Inu. Ever since they have introduced everything they've introduced, Shiba has done nothing but decrease and still create no utility at all for the position itself. Not for the ecosystem, for the position itself. So if I have all of this faith in a position and I'm talking to these devs, even having some AMAs with them and having a discussion, and they tell us, you know, we're going to see burns, we're going to see utility for Shiba Inu, and nothing ever happens for it. And then they create things that would create utility for SHIB, you know, like using it as a form of payment. But now you're going to have SHI token that comes out here that's a stable coin that you're using as a form of payment. You're telling me that Shiba Inu will be able to benefit as a form of payment there? No. You're telling me that, you know, Shibarium couldn't have just functioned off of Shiba Inu. I understand, you know, pushing Bone to a different level, but you're putting Bone as the gas fees, and then probably going to use Shi in there as well. So it will be only on maybe Shiba Inu transactions. It seems like everything that they're pitching to us is like, hey, we're going to have burns, and then they give us the bare minimum that they can give us. So it's always, you know, we have the burn portal, but you have to burn it yourself. We're not doing anything for you. You burn it yourself, and then we'll be fine with it. No, we want you to create something that will force people to burn, not give them the option. So it's not about switching sides. I'm still here talking about SHIB. It's the fact that LUNC has more potential in the short term, and it's not about handing things. People that say paper hand nowadays don't actually understand investing. So it's cool. You can think what you want, but you know, it's whatever. I appreciate anybody's opinion, whether it's a negative opinion or a positive opinion. But obviously, you know, I said how I felt. So obviously, if you continue, then most likely moderators or myself will get you out of here. Bone is Shiba's way of giving those who missed out on Shiba a second chance. Shiba's still there. It's the Shiba army. If you're telling me that Bone is a way um, to to basically have the people that missed out on Shiba a second chance, that means that you don't believe in Shiba Inu. If you're buying Bone to make up for what Shiba has done, and that's basically saying that Shiba is not going to get back to where it is, so you're not a part of the Shiba army, you're a part of the Bone army, right? So Bone is a second chance. You saying that shows exactly where your true colors are. Shibarium will burn Shib. Okay, let's see if it does. I would love it if it does. And if it burns it in the way that forces people to burn Shib and not a way to say, oh, well, you know what? If you they're probably going to say something like, if you sell Shiba Inu over here, that's when it burns SHIB. When you buy it, it doesn't burn SHIB. They're probably going to do the bare minimum in introducing burns in Shiba Inu, because they want to take advantage, and you've seen that in every single case. They want to take advantage of the mascot, whatever SHIB is. This is why instead of calling it something different, they called it SHIB the Metaverse, because they want to use SHIB as a mascot. Same thing with Wellies. They want to use SHIB as a mascot. Definitely John Richmond. What the hell does John Richmond have to do with anything, and what does it offer? So they're basically saying that they want to put this dog's face on their clothing, and that just because you're putting the dog's face on their clothing, it will drive awareness to Shiba Inu. Come on now. Like really? Like that's a little ridiculous. How about you take some of the revenue and you burn off the supply? How about you take some of the revenue and, you know, you buy Shiba Inu with it to be a large holder of Shiba Inu to prove that you believe in Shiba Inu? But that's not the case. They don't care about that. They don't. Okay, I'll come back and review after documents. If you were right, I'll admit it. If you're right, I'll definitely admit it. So I would love if Shibarium burns. If it doesn't burn, there's a lot of people that are basically saying like, I'm done with this, and I don't want people to be done with it because I believe in Shiba Inu so much that I'm still holding my millions, hundreds of millions of coins. Um, and I want to see it run. It's not something where I'm giving up on the position. The only reason I'm talking about LUNC in the short term is because Shiba Inu, even with a burn, will take 5 to 10 years to fully play out in the way that we want it to. I don't know what that dog is doing. Oh, the cat probably attacked it. because Emmy tries to attack the dog, and then when the cat fights back, Emmy gets scared. I don't know why. 8K just went on a mini rant. I did, sort of. Uh, Now we're talking about Shibarium not even coming out in Q3, only testnet. They're always giving us promises. They promises, but not following through. Yeah, they don't really deliver on a lot of things. Shib will burn. I hope so. We don't have time for that energy. What do you think about BitGert? I talked about BitGert yesterday. It has, I think I said it has a little bit of potential. Um, we can definitely look into that if I have a little bit of time. When do you think our Lunatics rewards from? When do we get our Lunatics rewards from Coinin? I don't know about Coinin. I haven't. I think it's like 50% APY or something like that, right? When you hold it over on Coinin, but I haven't looked into it. I don't have access to Coinin, so I really don't know. Um, Matt, I've made 3K on Lunix so far. I've made back my money. I put in. Shall I take that? If you made back your money that you put in, it's always a great feeling when you can take that amount. I'm not saying that you will. This will be the best decision you ever make. You may regret taking this when it gets to a higher price, but the regret you will have, it's a better feeling than the regret that you could have if it does fall back. You know what I mean? So if you've made your money, it's always comfortable to take your initial investment, sit on whatever you have, and then you can go on about your day knowing that everything that you gain here is gravy. It's just like if you say to your wife or something, if I say to Erica, "Hey, I invested $200,000 in this position," she would say, "Well, that's ridiculous. That's a lot of money. Why did you invest that much money?" And I'll say, "Don't worry about it. I put that. I made another 200,000 on top of it, so I took $200,000 out, and now we still have that $200,000 that we can put back to wherever we want to put back into our bank account or wherever. But now the $200,000 that's sitting in there is all gravy. It's all profit. So anything that I make from it um, is is a done deal. So I'm making another $200,000 there, or at least another dollar at minimum, right? Because if I pulled out my $200,000, everything there is profit. So it's a great way of explaining that to uh, people that say, hey, you're like, hey, I invest, and like, what's the biggest investment you've made? All this other stuff. You can say my strategy is obviously to double profit. If I double profit, I can take that initial investment and sit on the profit that's there. Even if you don't take profit, I mean, you could take profit as well and take $200,000 plus $20,000 and leave 180 in there, or take $200,000 plus $100,000 and leave $100,000 in there, whatever you wanted to do. But it's a great way of showing that you have discipline. Even if it does run, you have discipline. Shibarium doesn't burn like it's supposed to. My 1 million shib will go to Lunic. Yeah, I don't know what I'll do. I definitely will say to your wife or something. Lunic is going down. How low will we fall? We'll definitely see retracements. It's going down right now. It's up 30% in the last 24 hours. We can see it down to 0.0003824. Seeing it at a $2.3 billion market cap, still at rank 205 for some reason. And we see $2.8 billion in volume. Now, if we can see this fall back down, that would be great for the overall volume. However, we're still not seeing burns that are factored into it. Matt, MetaMonkey release party is today. The hype is on the way. Bro, just watch. Remember, I told you. I'm looking for it. I hope, Jesus, I hope that people gain quite a bit out of that. Luna is a scam. Okay, you can think what you want. It's I always respect people's opinions when they come with other information, but when people just come and say, "Hey, Luna's a scam," I don't respect what you have to say, and probably no one else does. So, you might want to just like come and say, "Hey, I don't believe LUNC is all that, and this is the reason why. People respect your opinion a lot more than if you just come and say LUNC is a scam. Just a heads up for the future. Uh, Nobody knows you, and and why would they give a scammer money? And why are you on the internet begging for money? Shouldn't you be looking for a job? I guess so. Why it's dropping? Uh, I want it to go to 10 cents. I don't want it to go to 10 cents now. It has no ability to go to 10 cents. If it goes to 1 cent, that would be a $61 billion market cap. So it's not something that I see can happen right now. But as it does decrease in the supply, yes, we can see that. People will say LUNC is a scam. They just want the price to go down so they can buy low. That might be true. Might be very true. We have 1,700 likes today and 1,500 people that are here. Thank you guys for watching. I appreciate it so much. Matt, don't worry about that clown. Yeah, I don't worry about him. I just want people to understand that, if you come through with facts, then we're all for it. Like, we're all for hearing the facts. I understand how people can have negative comments. I have negative comments as well. Um, but you need to make sure you back them up with something. LUNC will go to 3 cents by the end of the year. Can't wait to see it. Morning, Matt. Hope you're doing well. I'm doing pretty good. Sir, Mr. Jason, thank you for becoming a member. I appreciate it a lot. Bro got so butthurt that Shib is doing chat. And the developers are doing chat that he's got to say LUNC is a scam. I mean, I don't think that's the same person. Matt, can you talk about the circulating supply change over the last month? So yeah, it's really simple. The circulating supply change is based off of the LUNC penguins. Let me actually bring up LUNC penguins. Go down here. LUNC penguins, you can see how much has been staked. So let's go to the dashboard. You can see 8.5% has been staked within LUNC, and you're going to see over 500 million or 500 billion that has been staked there. So obviously that's a big portion of it, and I expect to see it change more because it only changed by like 400 billion rather than changing by 500. Great job, Harry. I don't know who Harry is, but thank you for that $2 super chat. I appreciate it. Why are they calling LUNC the ultimate meme coin? Because that's the way that people classify it, I guess. Don't be so sensitive. I'm sensitive. Have you seen me during a sad movie? You haven't. The end of Toy Story? Oh, I'm a wreck. Call me Mr. Sensitive at that time. End of Toy Story 4, I think it is. End of Toy Story 3 as well. Jeez. I watch nothing but Disney movies with these children. And they're all sad. What capital gains tax in the US short term versus long term? So it's going to be about 37% versus the 20% long term, especially when you get pushed into these tax brackets that you're getting into. I love your strategy with this, bro. Good profit taking plan. I'm holding long, and I think this burn will get us there $1 easy. I got 1.7 million, and I'm so happy. You're gonna be super rich. Let's play golf. I would love to. You aren't taking profit now. You're not smart. If you're not taking profit now, you're not smart. I've already taken my initial profit. Um, so I don't need to take any profit now. I'm sitting on, gains that I want to gain. My next profit taking level is $16,000 at 0.008. That's my next profit taking around that level. So it could be 0.0075 as well, but very, very close to that level. That's why I'll take my next profit. And then my next profit after that is sitting at about 5 cents, I believe. So I have all of my strategies. I know one cent is a significant piece. Toy Story 4 almost broke me, but then put me back together. Yeah, telling you, me during these Disney movies, I'm a wreck sometimes. I'm like, why do they make them so sad? Unfortunately, I have my Lunix stuck on a Kevlar wallet due to the depegging. Um, so that's one thing that I look at is Voyager, the people that are holding on Voyager, do you think that's considered lost coins there, or do you think that will be something that's not lost coins that people have the ability to sell, or Voyager will just sell and it will go back into circulation? Because technically it's not lost coins, it's in the exchange, and they can sell it for, or they can make it liquid or as liquid as they want. So I don't know. Does anybody have the access to see what they have on Voyager, or is that you can't even see it? You just have to believe that it's there. Um, hey Matt, can you check out Energy Web Token? It's pumping, and you also partner with Google, BMW, Volkswagen, BlackRock, and now Tesla is getting on it. Are you serious by saying that, or is that something where the partnership is not a clear partnership? Why would you buy on Voyager? Yeah, I didn't buy on Voyager. Somebody bought on Voyager beforehand, before all of this took place. I guess I have all my crypto in Voyager. Oh, can you see it? Uh, would you ever think about opening your own golf club or invest in a golf range? 100%. I've thought about it a billion times. So if I do end up running into that much money, of course, that's the first thing that I'm doing. I think our members only. Yeah, we're gonna go to members only right now. I think that's my next thing is I want to have a business venture. The issue is that I'm not going to be able to put too much work into it. Thank you for that. Um, but yeah, I think that's my next venture is to either do like a golf range or a mini golf course or something, related to golf. I do want to own like a golf club or at least run a golf club. The issue is that I know the upkeep is quite a bit, or maybe I'll invest in just a to being a partial owner of a golf course or something. I'm not sure. Right now it looks like we're lagging. Are we lagging? We're lagging on YouTube. On Twitch, we're not lagging, but YouTube, we are lagging. I'm sorry for anybody that's catching lag right now. On YouTube, we're lagging a little bit. On Twitch, we're not. So if you guys want to switch over to Twitch, you can switch over to Twitch. Matter of fact, if anybody has a chance to follow me, we're almost at actually we're over 600. I want to get to 1,000 followers on Twitch. So if you have a bunch of people that want to follow me on Twitch, feel free to follow me. Um, the link is on my profile, but I can also bring it up here. So let me go to my channel really quick just to bring up the video. Let me share this, copy. Let me go back to Creator Studio. Um, that's not it. Let me paste this in the chat. So if you guys want to follow my Twitch, definitely follow me on Twitch. I'll keep that up for maybe like 30 minutes or something. Follow me on Twitch. If you want to watch over there, you can definitely watch over there. Thank you for the follow. Whoever just followed, I didn't see the name. Let me pin this message. Uh, hey Matt, I have my Lunatics on Trust Wallet. Where do I see my Lunic rewards? So you should receive your Lunic rewards. It should come in a different form. So what you're gonna need to do is add the Lunic token to your wallet because you have to add the right Lunic token to your wallet, the one that you're receiving. It's not Ethereum. You have to go through. I think it's Wormhole that you're receiving. So Thank you for the follows. We got a couple of follows on Twitch. I appreciate you guys. Mini golf would be great for kids growing up. What's going on, Matt? Did you go over the new proposal? Um, I went over um, the proposal for the 1.2 parameter change. I believe they're looking to like do or not this change. Um, Sort of actually. I went over Edward Kim's path to recovery a little bit. I do want to go over in depth and do a full video on it, but I kind of already talked about this. Sort of. It's basically the swap situation that we talked about before. Happy birthday to me. Love the content, Matt. Thank you. Thank you so much. All the people that are following on Twitch, I greatly appreciate it. You know, we have, let's see. Wow, we have a number of people. So, Possum, was it Possum MTG? Thank you for following. Call me Old Head. Thank you for following. Uh, Vic CCH Chillish. Thank you for following as well. Um, MEXC is very good today for Lunic. Is it? Are we seeing a lot of volume for MEXC right now? Matt, this is the Edward Kim last Medium article. Is this it that I was just talking about? Like that's on the screen? Yeah, I was reading this earlier today, and I want to get into everything else here. I haven't read everything here. I know it's a lot. My dyslexia is kind of just killing me at this point. Did a good job on the first half, but but the second half started to get a little bit hectic. Happy birthday, Luke. Hopefully you get a great birthday gift here with Lunic Rising. Hopefully you're seeing your balance increase. Hey Matt, so what is actually happening on the 12th? So we're gonna see hopefully the burn tax implemented. Um, uh, but and that's only on-chain transactions. Off-chain has to be done has to be done through the various exchanges, which we know of exchanges that are going to be on board right away. Probably like MEXC that's just completely on board. Not KuCoin. Coinin completely on board. I don't know about KuCoin and Binance. I would hope so that they're going to be on board right away, but that's where the expectation is. Good morning, Matt. Should the uh, CoinMarketCap issue be something to worry about given that Binance owns CoinMarketCap? Why would they be hiding its true value? So I think the only reason that they're hiding the value is anything that has this like warning symbol, anything that does have a warning symbol will not be listed on something like that. So um, any type of warning symbol. So it's not just like, oh, well, the depegging of USTC and Luna and all that stuff, extreme volatility. I think anything that has a warning symbol, they're pushing to other pages so that they don't have any type of liability on what they're pushing to people. Hey, sorry, I missed that. Yeah, no problem. I didn't go over all of it. Got to get going to an appointment. Everyone have a good day. Matt, thank you for your time. Mods, thank you. Members, subscribers, shout out everyone and safe. Everyone be safe today. Well, you too. Hopefully everybody's investment goes well. Possum is my magic, the gathering account. Well, thank you for following over on Twitch. I greatly appreciate it. I feel bad for Voyager people. So do I. But again, you have to think that the worst is happening and then maybe something good will happen out of it. Uncle Matt, how does Binance own CoinMarketCap, but CoinMarketCap is suppressing Lunic? Makes no sense to me. Again, I think it's just a error issue, or not error issue, but like warning issue. If anything has a warning, they don't want to list it, because it's like sort of a liability or something. But I feel like this should be changed. And the whole reason is because USTC is still depegged. If USTC is repegged, then that warning sign goes away. But you do still have to look at the volatility in it. So I'm sure they will have something there. But I feel like they shouldn't be suppressing anything, no matter if it does have a warning symbol or not. You know? Lunic is seen as high risk, high reward. And one, wait, point doesn't the high risk disappear? At what point does the high risk disappear? Probably when they get to a point to where utility comes back, the repegging is back, the algorithm is back as well. Thank you, Ryan, for that super chat. I greatly appreciate it. I really do. Let's see how many. So um, we got all the way up to 622 members on or followers on Twitch. Thank you guys for following all the people that jumped over here. There's 28 people that are watching right now. Twitch army is growing. Welcome everybody. It's getting lonely over here. Yeah, sorry about that. The movie Inside Out, it gets me emotional. That does get me emotional. I watched that the other day and I can't do it. There's a few movies that just actually a lot of movies get me going. It's just sad. Like sad stuff. Or should we wait for it to wait? Are you saying do we sell or should we wait for it to go down more for us to buy again? I'm not sure I understand that. Do you, we should wait for it to go down more for us to buy again? Um, that's totally up to you. I'm not going to tell you when to buy. I always see these as buying opportunities as they do fall. Um, and, it could just be creating a retracement here, a little bit of a retracement to place itself in a certain area and then, skyrocket up. So, like we look at 30 minutes, and right now we're seeing lower highs and lower lows, which is creating more of a bearish scenario. So that's probably to a level to where we are going to see it maybe touch this level of 36, and that would be good. Again, I would love to see the volume um, at a higher rate with the price down. That's what I want to see. I took profit from Lunic, and now I have 20 million left, which is all gravy. I feel so much better. I've won this trade regardless. Exactly. That's what I love to hear. Profit is the key. While people say, "Oh, you know what, Matt, you're pushing this position that may or may not have a future depending on so many things," right? Um, it's not about just pushing the position or talking about this position as having so much potential, which it does. It's about creating an investment for people. This is what I'm here to do, is understanding what is an actual investment for people. And when you have that investment opportunity, you take advantage of that opportunity. If you can double your investment, take your initial investment, and then you cried when, oh yeah, when Bing Bong died. I thought you were talking about like the TikTok thing that's going around where they're like Bing Bong. But yeah, it's sad. It's extremely sad. I we haven't, I think we watched that movie like 2 weeks ago, and we also were reading the books. We have like this book collection set that goes through all the different emotions, goes through joy, anger, um, sadness, disgust, and fear. It goes through all of them, and uh, it's a good thing. It's a good book or a good series, I guess you can read at bedtime. They like it. Both the kids like it. So yeah, the movie is sad. um, Avengers Endgame. I mean, I wouldn't tell you that I shed a tear, but it was sad. I'm not going to tell you if I shed a tear or not, or multiple tears, but it was sad. Even though those are fictional characters, the storyline you get, if you're actually into it, it's insanely sad. Obviously, uh, a bunch of parts of the movie, especially uh, the end. Spoiler alert, it's only what, 2 years later, 3 years later, something like that. Um, when Iron Man dies, it's that's it. Um, let's crest over 10 million mark. Just in rewards via Lunatics token investment. Thanks again, Matt. No problem. I'm glad that you can get extra rewards from Lunic or from Lunatics. You know what I mean? That's huge. That is huge. I'll probably be claiming my rewards to see what I can claim here. Maybe I can claim my Lunatics rewards and then claim my Lunic rewards. So let's see. Let's claim this. Put this over there. I still be holding it as I do claim it. I don't know how long it takes to actually claim it. Why is this taking a long time? There we go. So I claim the rewards. The rewards were withdrawn. Couldn't say that. And let's claim the rewards here for Lunic. Let's see how much that ends up giving me as well. And yep, there we go. So then I took my Lunic staking balance. So now if I go over here, you're going to see 35.7 million that I have there instead of 35.5 like I had. I now have 35.7. So I'm going to do that right now. But yeah, 35.57 or 35.7. So that's big. My initial investment was 1,200. Now it's worth 11,500 already. I'm happy with my gains, and the 1.2% tax is yet to be implemented. I can't wait to see where my portfolio goes. So did you take your initial investment of 1,200 off the table? Because then that'll bring you down, or take 1,500, take a little bit of profit and keep 10,000 that's in there. Because what you're going to have is 10,000. You're going to have your initial investment. You're never going to get to a point to where you are negative at that point. Maybe if you want to, you can put it into Lunatics token, stake your Lunatics token, and gain more Lunacy as you're holding Lunatics token there. Whatever you want to do, put it into a different investment. But you take your initial investment, and in the end, you profit. You ready for Black Panther 2? Absolutely. I'm ready for everything. Like I don't know why. Like I go on TikTok and YouTube, and people are complaining about She-Hulk. They're complaining about all of these other Marvel movies and shows, and I'm like, just enjoy the freaking storyline. Like I'm okay with everything that's going on. Am I the only one that's okay with a woman lead and all of this other stuff? Like people get so butthurt about all this stuff. Just relax and enjoy it. Enjoy the fact that these movies are being made, because if they weren't being made, you would be upset with the fact that nothing's being made. So those people, no offense if you were one of those people, need to quiet down and just watch the damn movie and watch the shows. It's storylines that's just a continuous story. This is like literally my dream movie, is a storyline that never ends. That's my dream movie. And if I could put all of the Marvel movies together into one um uh like disc or one video, if it's 24 hours long, I don't care. I just want to put it into one thing that goes story by story by story, and I can finish it whenever I want to, but continue to jump in whenever I want to. It's a continuous story. It's something I love. That's the one thing that I've always wanted. Twerking was cringe in my opinion. I mean, everything can be cringe. They can do whatever the hell they want. It's just something that can make certain people laugh. Not It may not make everybody laugh. Um, I didn't laugh, but it may make some people laugh, and that's a joke that may go over your head or just doesn't sit well with you. It's just like if you're at a comedy show, you're not going to say, "Oh well, this joke was absolutely horrible, so everything else in the comedy show is bad." You know, there's people out there that are saying, because of that, I don't respect this show. It's like, all right, it's a storyline, live with it. But diehard fans will get frustrated. Yeah, just wait until they basically say, you know what, we're not making any more movies at all because of these fans that did that. Obviously, they're making money from it no matter what, so they're going to keep making it. But if they said that, all these diehard fans would say, no, bring Marvel back. It's like, just shut up and watch the movie. Just watch good humor movies. I promise you'll never be sad. No, I'll be sad. Lunatics token. There's wait. Lunatics has their stuff together. They definitely do. Definitely a good project all around. Love how easy the staking page is. So easy to navigate through. Yeah, I think everybody that's working on that team is doing a fantastic job. I don't care what people come and say. Like I understand the um, I how the community, some of the community may not be for it, and they're like, hey, just invest in Lunic. But if Lunic is at such a high price and Lunatics is at a lower price, and you can stake to gain Lunatics as well as Lunic, why not go into that project and gain your Lunic for free while gaining an investment over here? I put my 20 million Lunic in my well, and deleted the app off my phone because I checked my balance every 5 minutes. I'm getting tired. I I hear you. Good morning, Matt. Thanks for the spreadsheets. No problem. Guys, if you want the spreadsheets, any spreadsheets that I create, so around the exit plan or around the burn, how the burn will affect, all of this other stuff, maybe you can adjust some stuff. This spreadsheet, obviously without all the extra clutter here, is on my Patreon. So feel free to check out my Patreon. Link is in the description, somewhere in the description. Mark, thank you for becoming a member. I appreciate that. You into Game of Thrones? Not really. If so, what do you think about the new spinoff? I'm not into Game of Thrones, so I don't really have an opinion on that. The reason why I'm not really into Game of Thrones is because um, my wife wouldn't be into Game of Thrones, and we usually watch a lot of things together. I probably have a couple of shows that I watch by myself, which is um, All American. I watch that, and then I watch Marvel movies and shows. She used to watch all of them with me, but she said it's too much to follow. If you miss like a couple of them, then you pretty much are out of the loop and you don't know who is who. And then she's asking questions like, "Who's that? What's that superhero? Who's that person?" And then you have to explain the whole movie, and then you have to watch it again because you missed it. Um, we're participating in the development of financial instruments. It is no joke. Can you explain staking to me, please? I'm not sure if I should stake or not. Is it worth it? So, staking basically, you're gaining a percentage. If you're talking about staking in Lunic, so Lunic, you're staking with Terra Station, you're staking with certain validators. It basically gives you voting power within, the ecosystem. So if they decide to vote on something, they decide to take away the 1.2% burn, you can vote no if you wanted to. And obviously, the entire validator will end up getting to a certain point to where you will have a certain percentage that's voting towards yes or whatever. Um, but you get voting power basically, and you can basically choose to vote in a certain direction. You also get rewards with it. So I'm getting 7,597 rewards from this. Um, and then also getting USTC rewards as well if you're staking with Terra Station. So it gives you definitely benefits to gaining more Lunic, and this could be $7,500 that I could gain if it is at $1. That's only if that is the case. I would imagine I'm going to decrease this down to about 1 million or 500,000 when this is at $1 or $2 or $3 or whatever, and I will be gaining passive income with this as the days go on. But that's the idea with staking. It's really passive income in what you can gain, also voting power. Now, when it comes to Lunatics token, sort of the same thing, except you're getting a little bit more with Lunatics token as well as Lunic token or Lunic coin. And then you could do whatever you want with both of those rewards that you have there. And it's a higher percentage if you're depositing things. 12 months will be 60%. 36 months, 6 months will be 36%, 3 months 24%, 1 month is 12%. So there's already 15.7 billion that have been staked in Lunati, which is, if you look at it at the max level, it's like 15% or 16% of the total supply, which is huge. But if you look at it at the amount that's left in circulation, it's more than 15%. It's like 20% or something. Um, Lunic percentage, that's around 8%, 8.5%, that you are seeing there, which is 500 billion that has been staked. Disney puts it's all in the timeline. Do you watch the show You on Netflix? Yes, me and my wife watch that. We watched every season as it was released. We also watch In the Dark, which is supposed to be released on Netflix soon. I think like the 13th or something. It's about this blind girl or blind lady that um, gets into a lot of trouble. Let's leave it at that. And obviously, as a blind person that can't see, I don't really know how that is, but it's got to be difficult going through all of those different things that she goes through. Um, Matt seems like Cobra Kai kind of guy. I don't know what that is. Um, although I'm only think that because I'm a massive fan. Yeah, I don't know what that is. Burn tax September 20th. So implemented fully on September 20th. Hey Matt, Mark from the UK. Thanks for all you do. I hold some, not many Lunic in my Trust Wallet and want to stake some. How do I stake it from Trust Wallet? So in Trust Wallet, I think you have the ability to. I think that can be Terra Station uh, on the Terra chain in Trust Wallet. I'm pretty sure, but I'm not 100% sure. So what I would say is you either send it to crypto.com or Binance. If you send it to Binance or crypto.com, you can convert it or it gets converted to Terra Chain, um, Terra Luna Classic, and then you can send that over to Terra Station from there. But make sure that is Terra Chain and that that where you're sending it, it will work. That it's um, gives you the green light. So you should be able to send it directly from either Binance or crypto.com to Terra Station. Karate Kid. I've watched Karate Kid. I've watched the old Karate Kid and I've watched the newer one with uh, Jaden Smith, which a lot of people hate. Um, I'm okay with it. I'm okay with the storyline. Some of it's a little cringe and doesn't. I'm not saying it doesn't make sense, but some of it's a little cringe there. But I'm okay with storyline. Lunic is gambling slash forefront project right now. Don't expect too much. Staking with money you can afford to lose. It's true. You should stake with money you can afford to lose. You should put in money that you can afford to lose. It's not about investing your life savings into it. It's about finding an investment. Um, it's not gambling. I wouldn't say it's gambling, but all investing is a form of gambling. It's just like educated gambling because you look at a situation and whether it does increase or has a large potential to increase based on a lot of different factors. So you need to bridge Terra Station Trust Wallet from Trust Wallet, or you can send it over to Crypto.com or Binance. Crypto.com charges a very low fee for sending it over to Terra Station. Disney Channel puts the entire Marvel Avengers timeline in chronological order, very easy to watch in order. Yes, I've seen that and have it there, but I want it to continue, so I don't want it to stop. You know what I mean? So I want it to like you have the whether it's by timeline or by release date, with including the after credit scenes or post credit scenes. I want to include all that. I saw a video on TikTok where somebody was putting all of these videos together, and I think it would be great to have everything together in one shot, all of the phases, one in one disc or in one video, which would be a huge file. But I'm ready to watch that, where it either goes by timeline, which would be great, um, or it goes by um, when it was released. Now, I would also like to put things in there that are happening during that time. So, say I understand that things are released, let's say for Captain Marvel and Captain America, right? there may have been some things that cross paths, right? Where the end of Captain Marvel, you would see Captain America, one Captain America scene where he comes back in that time period. So it would be by timeline, but um, you would just bring everything together that happens within that year. Hopefully that makes sense. You don't want to have to press play. Wow, that's lazy. No, it's not about that. It's I want everything together in the timeline that they're supposed to be in, not in separate movies, but see the cutscene into a different movie that's happening within that timeline. Does that make sense? It's crazy, but it'll take a hell of a long time to do that. And you would cut together the perfect, and I would sell it to Marvel and say, "Here you go. Here's the perfect." And I understand how that would be ridiculous selling it to Marvel, but um, they would be able to take that and sell it somewhere to everyone as an uncut Marvel um, movie. I don't know what to call it. Good morning. Glad to be a part of the group discussion for the video, Matt. Web energy token blows up. Remember who told you about it first. Scotty Pimpin. I definitely will remember. I think you did say something about it, and I was supposed to check into it, but I got sidetracked. We are seeing Terra Luna Classic that is dropping down. Again, we're seeing these lower highs, lower lows. That's the pattern that we've seen here, and we're seeing this ascending level or descending level of support and resistance. All right, my voice is about to go. It is burning right now for talking so much. I do appreciate everybody here. Thank you guys for being here. Thank you guys for commenting. Thank you guys for becoming members. Thank you, everyone that became a follower on Twitch. If you guys do have a chance, seriously, if you do have a chance, go over to my channel. So go to my main channel, go to my channels here. And if you guys want to subscribe to my golf channel, please subscribe to it. If you guys are interested in golf, I do want to upload a little bit more there. I will paste that in the chat. If you guys want to go and subscribe to this, if you guys are interested in golf, if you're not interested in golf, go and check it out. See if you like it. It's a different side of me. You see me playing golf constantly instead of talking about investments. And I do want to factor in investments in a lot of these videos as well. So playing for an investment. And I don't know how we would do that. So anyways, guys, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell for more videos like this one. Also, if you guys want to follow my Patreon, feel free to follow my Patreon. We have multiple memberships over here and ways to reach out to me via messaging and all that stuff. We also have a Discord group if you want to do that. Anyways, guys, like I said, I'm going to get out of here and I'll catch you guys in the next video. See ya.